Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Ariff, and today I will be presenting a research article titled Group Dynamics in Higher Education, Impacts of Gender Inclusiveness and Selection Interventions on Collaborative Learning. This article has been written by 3 authors and has been published in 2020. The article is published in the journal Claiming Identity Through Redefined Teaching in Construction Program. The aim of this article is to objectively analyze the impact of gender inclusiveness on group performance and output. We can identify the aim because the researchers use the word the current chapter aims to. Next, the problem statement is the lack of higher education literature on influence of gender inclusiveness in designing group activities may lead to ineffective group activities. This can be identified in the introduction section, where the researchers wrote one variable that has been largely overlooked. This sentence may indicate a potential problem might occur if the variable is not addressed. Now, there are 3 research objectives which are found in the hypothesis development section and can be identified through the sentence. To address this non-trivial challenge, the first step is to measure, which indicates clear instruction or objectives to be achieved. There are 3 hypotheses which can also be found in the hypothesis development section. We can identify the hypothesis because the researchers wrote hypothesis 1, 2, and 3 in the article paper. Moving on, the significance of the research is that it provides a holistic approach that considers important variables such as gender inclusiveness and selection interventions in collaborative learning. This can be found in the conclusion section and can be inferred through the word only few studies have adopted a holistic approach. Then, from the literature review, the researchers found out that members' assignment methods have significant impacts on group dynamics and should be chosen based on course and cohort characteristics. They also find that root causes of gender differences in learning and performance include some important factors, such as goal orientation, test value, and self-efficacy. All of these points can be found in the background section and have been written explicitly in the article. Moving on is the gap that the study is trying to solve. There are 3 gaps, and the main one being lack of coverage from higher education literature on gender inclusiveness as one of the important factors in designing group activities. Another gap is past research related to gender differences in academic learning focuses mainly on individual performance and often neglected group activities and their dynamics. And lastly, few studies have evaluated instructor interventions to create gender balance within groups. The first gap can be found in the introduction section, while the second and third gap can be found in the hypothesis development section. Words such as has been overlooked, has often neglected, and only few studies shows that there is a gap in previous literature. For the methodology, the researchers uses quantitative analysis of data. We can identify this by looking at the introduction section, where the researchers explicitly wrote that they uses quantitative analysis. The data used is the academic performance of 360 students in different group and individual activities. The sample is 360 students, from which 207 are male and 153 are female. The students chosen range from second year to 4th year undergraduate students in 2 public Australian universities. The data has been analyzed using descriptive statistics, which include median and interquartile ranges and box plot graph. The writer also uses inferential statistics that includes t-test and Cohen's effect size. All of this information is explicitly written in the methodology section of the journal article. Lastly, the studies find that female students generally outperform their male counterparts in group assignments, and instructors' interventions is required to maximize gender balance in all groups. The words "it was found" has been used by the researchers to indicate the finding of the research. In conclusion, this paper contains all the necessary components of a research paper, and the component can also be clearly identified as the writer uses certain phrases or keywords to highlight the component of the research paper. That is all from me. Assalamualaikum.